experts. This is going to be my first time actually talking to them outside of just messages from Facebook. But it's definitely a pleasure and it's an honor to have these two well-knowledged individuals to be a guest on my show. And I was like, yo, would y'all like to come on? They was like, absolutely. And so they're all about, you know what I mean, empowering our culture. And that's what it's about. So who wants to go first? Let's go ladies first. Ebo.
All right.
Ebo. Welcome, Ebo.
Hey, what's going on? How y'all doing? Happy Mother's
Welcome
Day.
to the Sunday Night Wine.
Welcome.
Appreciate it.
So can you so just give us a brief introduction and then I'll get one from King and then we'll just kind of bounce back and forth. So just let everybody know where you're from.
All right, where I'm from. I'm from Chicago. I live here in Atlanta. Oh, my bad. I've been here in Atlanta for about 16 years now. And I started with Rochelle. It's called a group called Black People Trade Too. And spelled the normal way, FYI, but it's for people just to come in and get knowledge about everything that's going on in the community. Like as far as trading and stocks go, like everybody is piqued their interest ever since GameStop had the massive, heightened up everything that's going on with it. And it's not just that, but AMC and other stocks that people are kind of getting into wanting to know more about. So that's what I try and make sure that I bring to the community. It's a place that you can go and ask questions. We offer education, and everything is free in there. And I do have a paid section as well where I drop daily plays, but basically it's just free information for you to come and check out and kind of get an idea of how to start trading. A lot of people don't know where to start, what to do, things like that. I make sure that I try and add all those things to the group. So
absolutely.
That's awesome.
That's what's up.
Awesome.
Gotcha. So let's introduce, somebody already plugged him in. He said King is the crypto GOAT.
Okay.
They say he is the GOAT. That's big words to stand on, but I will say this brother is very knowledgeable. So King, let everybody know where you're from and how did you get into crypto vice stocks?
Right.
Can everybody hear me?
Yeah, you good.
There's an echo somewhere, Leon.
It is. Okay.
Someone needs to turn the phone.
I got you.
Down.
All right. Well, my name is Ryan King. I really started crypto.
Excuse me. Turn your volume down. I think the echo is coming from you.
Yeah, that's you.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
I'm sorry about that.
No problem.
You good now?
Good.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I started in crypto probably about 2010, 2011, after high school. And, the financial crisis of 2008 kind of really piqued my interest because, it impacted my family's lives and other people's family lives. And that's the time around Bitcoin became, it just came on the scene as like, virtual play money. Nobody took it serious. And I had some back in the day. And, I kept it. And back then, the perception of it was very, very like bad, money laundering, drug dealing, things of that nature. So nobody really kept up with it, but I actually did. But unfortunately, I lost some of my Bitcoin after college. I was actually blessed enough to, have the opportunity to, try to advance my dreams and play football. I did Chicago Bears preseason activities and try to, chase my dreams to play football. And I had Bitcoin. All right. So I had Bitcoin and I had, football because I was pursuing. If that didn't work, then I had investments that I made as a young man that I could, hopefully fall back on and use to, propel myself forward, something else. All right. So when I came back home from college and football didn't work out, I saw a Bitcoin ATM in my local area. So I'm from Chicago, just like where Ebo is from. We were actually from the same area, but let's say what have it. And I had a Bitcoin on a paper QR code, and I went to the ATM and I tried to redeem it. I couldn't redeem it because it was messed up with all my college information and stuff that I brought back with books. All right, so I couldn't redeem it. At this point, you would have thought I would have been like devastated. Probably would have done something bad to myself, but I knew I was going to have a second chance. So I did more research, and then I came across something called Ethereum. And ever since then, Ethereum is actually at $3,000 now plus at all-time highs, probably going higher. And you know, back then I'm telling people about cryptocurrencies instead of like stocks because it's something that's transformative. It's something that's towards the future. So you know, nobody really wanted to look at it, but I kept talking and pounding the table. We could ask people about it. You know, I got stories about it. So now, when the pandemic hit and people are looking to alternative ways to making money or compounding interest with their money or assets, that is, what really transpired the group. I just made the group actually with just making it with friends and family. It was just probably like 5 to 10 people. And then more people just flooded in and flooded in and flooded in. And it's like, now we have like, 2,500 people in the group now.
Okay, hold on right there, King. Hold on 1 second. And I'm glad you brought it up. So some of the question I want to know is did we lost somebody? Oh, hold up. Have we lost King? Hold on. Okay. Yo, the question I want to know for both of you guys, and we do have a question from the audience, but the question I want to know, Ebo, what made you pick stocks? And King, what made you choose crypto? Like, can you explain, the difference in the two? Because a lot of our guests, our community, they have questions about how to start, so they don't know the difference.
Okay. I'll kick off the question first. For me, I like the idea of just investing my money. I do want to say that I not only do stocks and options, I do a little bit of crypto because of Keen and his group. I call them my brother group. So we endorse each other, and we're a family. And the rest of the guys that are a part of his group, we actually graduated high school together. So at this point, we're 20 years in. We haven't talked in so long, and every day we make it a conscious effort now we speak to one another and run each other plays, and it kind of goes from there. But to answer your question more so is for me, just the idea and concept of having something that I could come back to later on and say, all right, my money should be making me money. I don't endorse books, but there's a book called The Richest Man in Babylon, and it talks about how we go to work and we don't pay ourselves. And that kind of kicks something off for me, right? Because we gonna pay everybody else. We got bills to pay. We have, everything in the world that we need to pay, but do we pay ourselves? So I took that mind frame, and if you've read the book, you understand how it was two guys, and the guy was like, well, we make the same amount, and I'm trying to understand how you're living this lavish life and I'm not. Well, he talked about how he invested his money and how he took certain percentages and did certain things with them. So I'll leave that for y'all to read the rest of the book. But basically, your money should always be working for you in one way or another. I absolutely have stocks. I absolutely do options. The difference between the two, I tell people all the time that stocks are long term, right? So I want you to think of stocks as you're going to put money into it and hey, leave it alone, let it grow. Some people like to day trade. You have scalping, you have day trading. That's a whole different level of things. But my stocks are for long term. If I have stock in something, I'm going to have that stock for a while. And then you have options, which is more of a gambling type of situation because you're gambling on which way it's going to go. You have calls and puts, right? A call means that you're betting that it's going to go up. A put is betting that the stock is going to go down. So that's a little bit more intricate, but basically it kind of just gives you an idea of the sense of where you want to be as trading goes. So I kind of try and do a little bit of everything. Like I said, I get plays from my crypto brothers as well. I have crypto as well. So I do it all. But truth be told, King is the GOAT, okay?
Yeah, you the GOAT in stocks and trade. Like that's why it works so well together. And to answer your question, how did I start with crypto? I just knew it was going to be the future.
You got a little echo, King.
Let me see if I can.
Do you have is your phone on too? I think I got one. Okay, I muted everybody so the echo. All right, go ahead, try it now.
Hello.
Yeah, we good.
We good.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right. Yeah. So, I just knew that crypto was the future. I lost Bitcoin. I had 10 Bitcoin. I lost it with the paper QR code, right? And knowing that Bitcoin now is over $50,000, just imagine what you know, I could have had personally, right? But, you know, I just knew that, you know, I'll have my round two, right? And I just look at it as like, you know, God, you know, wanted me to bring other people with me and not doing it like a selfish way, right? I could have had Bitcoin and been like driving the Lambo and throwing money out and say, look at me and doing all that, right? But that's not the type of person who I am, right? So, you know, say what have it, you know, I'm educating people, I'm beating everybody head with it and telling them about, like, you should look at this. And at the time, crypto wasn't really doing anything. There's like 9,000 of them. And, you know, during like bear markets, Ebo could attest to this, you know, with stocks, it's the same thing. There's really nothing going on and the prices don't go up, right? So during that time, I've been accumulating crypto. So when nobody's been looking, right? But now, since everybody's looking and the prices are moving, it's the same thing like the stock market. Now, like, you are ahead of it. So now you're not trying to chase everything. Right. So case in point, like Dogecoin, like, you know, people that bought Dogecoin early are good. But when you hear your best friend talk about it and they don't know what it is, and y'all both buy it and it just drop, then y'all just lose money. All right. That's what we want to prevent on both sides with stock and crypto. Right. We want to like ignore, like mediate the noise to help everybody out, because crypto is very volatile. You could put $100 in and probably walk out with, you know, triple your money. Right. But you can also lose all of it too if you don't know what you're doing. So that's why the group was made, to really help people, like just navigate people, especially our culture, to this space, because nobody's really in it at all.
Hey, that's a great point. So I got a lot of questions, and but I want to make sure both of the currents, do y'all have questions? Do y'all have questions for Ebo and King?
I do. I do. Am I off mute?
Yeah, you good. You good. I'm just trying to echo.
Okay. So my first question is, King, you said, Lord, y'all, wait a minute. My blind self, I got to blow y'all back up because I can't see shit.
Oh, you can't see nothing.
No, it's me. It's not y'all, it's me. Oh, okay, damn. There we go. Okay. Okay, so King, you said that you started this, I believe you said 2012 or 2013?
Yeah, so
2011.
Yeah, 2010, 2011. That's when I really like started like just having Bitcoin, because back then it wasn't something that was, you know, the social norm, so to speak.
Right.
It was frowned upon. Like, it was the dark web. People would think you trading body parts for body parts. Like, no, that's not what it is. It's actually like, it's in relation to our currency. So case in point, just to keep it basic, like our currency is being debased. So that means that it's losing value. So like the stimulus check, every time we get a stimulus check, that means, you know, I get 2,500, you get 2,500, somebody else probably getting, you know, 5,500, right? A dead cat be getting 2,500 too, because it's being mailed to them. That's devaluing our currency. Right.
Well, my question is this.
Okay.
See, I just heard about the Bitcoin this year from Leon. My concern is this. Now, I have started dabbling into the stock markets. I just started, and that shit is addictive. Let me tell you now. But at least, you know, you're investing in yourself.
Right.
With the Bitcoin, since you have been in it that long, what kind of value does it add for you monetary wise that is touchable or liquidable? You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah. So I think the issue with it is, for most people, that it deals with the metaphysical. So you can't touch it. So it deals with actually like protocols. So cryptos aren't stocks, they are protocols. It's almost like owning the IP address. Right?
So
it's a piece of infrastructure.
So how can that help a person, like if you needed to purchase things?
So right now, crypto has actually been in legislation. There's been a movement for it. So last year, the OCC, Brian Brooks, Office of the Comptroller of Currency, made currencies, you know, redeemable. So banks can actually custody digital assets. Right. I made payments with digital assets with some crypto. I have a crypto.com debit card that I send crypto to, and I can spend money with it. You know, these things, you can use them. You can gain interest on your crypto. Some of them, you should look at it as assets. It's
But
property.
is it only a certain place that you like say if I wanted to buy a car from the new vending card thing they have now,
Carvana,
a car using crypto?
Well, that's being implemented right now. So we're all actually really early. So that's the best part. We're actually early adopters. So like some tokens you can use for Bitcoin, like Elon Musk said that you can buy a Tesla with Bitcoin. So it's actually happening right now. You can actually sell the Bitcoin to our fiat dollars, which is our government issued dollars, right? Dollar bills. So you can sell it like it's a stock and then get your money. But most people are holding these because these assets accrue in price for like years.
Okay, Ebo, I have one more question for Ebo now. I just started into Robinhood a couple of weeks ago. And like I say, it can become addicting. Have you found that it is very addictive in the stock market?
I think that's an understatement for me. Okay.
Wow.
I do it on a daily, every day, you know. So the stock market, you have stock market hours, you have pre-market hours. But I'm working outside of that to see what's going on, what earnings are coming up and things of that sort. So I'm always into what's going on with the stock. That's very important. You have to stay abreast of it because it's your money, right? You want to know what's going on with your money.
With your money.
I'm glad that you said Robinhood. I want to go ahead and talk about that right quick.
Let's do that.
Robinhood is not the best platform, but I tell people if you're just starting out and it's user friendly, period, right? And it allows you to move around the platform a little bit easier, but it's definitely not the best one to have if you want to get serious about trading. I always tell people to get other ones as well, like a real one, TD Ameritrade, Fidelity, any of those. Do I have Robinhood? Yes, I do. And I also trade on Robinhood in my group because it's a little bit easier for me to use as far as where I need to get to. If I need to throw a play in there, hey, check this out. This is what's going on. So I just want you all to be aware that there are other things outside of that. So,
Ebo, while I got you, I would like you to answer this question. I'm gonna mute everybody just to try to cancel out the echo.
okay.
What do you think about Forex?
Man, listen. Okay, so I'm actually going to throw this question over to King, simply because we have another guy in our group, Cortez. He's our Forex guy. So do I know about Forex? Not enough to speak on it. Am I familiar with the concept of what it does? Yeah, it's trading currencies, right? But I am not vested in that. And to be honest, we're actually we're putting together a crypto stock and options and Forex training that we're going to do in August. We were kind of talking about it, throwing the idea around, and it's going to be here in Atlanta where we talk about all three of them. So Forex is not me, you know what I mean? That's our guy Cortez, but I definitely want to learn more about it myself. It's a difficult learning curve, and probably because of how I am with how I go about finding my stocks and things like that. Like you have to understand how to read the charts and this, that, and the third. So it's a little bit more complex. It's not my lane. So
all right, King, I'm gonna throw it over to King right quick.
King might not know it, but come on, King, you got
Hey, King, this is the thing though. I want to know about this part, the having to recruit people and all of that.
Well, in Forex,
yeah, some people got that platform where you have to recruit certain people, the amount of people. You never seen that one?
Yeah, I've seen it before. You know, when that's just like I'm just gonna get into Forex. All right, so Forex is just, you know, basically speculative betting on currencies. As you know, just trading currencies, basically what it is. There's nothing more to it. You know, he's betting on which currencies, you know, going to be more or less than the other. Like I said, like, you know, currencies are being debased. You know, so now if you know which ones are being devalued than the other one, then you're just basically trading it. You know, the groups that people bring people in, like you got paid $500 to get in to do this, you know, that just sound like the whole little pyramid scheme. You know, that's my 2 cents. But you can learn how to do forex trading. You know, that's something that's, you know, what people do. It's different strokes for different folks. You know, I'm in my lane with crypto, Ebo's and hers with, you know, the stocks, and, you know, we got Cortez with the forex. So, you know, it's different lanes for different people. Right. So, you know, I dabble in it and it as well, and I'm learning from them. Right, because crypto is way faster and volatile. Sometimes it's slow, but the gains that you can see 1,000x returns. All right, but in, you know, stock market, if you are investing and not trading, you know, it's gonna be slower. So trading, people trade more. You know, I think that Ebo could speak to that though. But it's forex, it's just currencies. You know, Great British Pound, U.S. dollar. You know, speculative trading on those.
Okay, so this is one of your guys. I don't know who this is.
Oh, Jimmy, yeah, that's Jimmy.
Jimmy.
Yeah,
He said the ones where they recruit is MLM, and they make more money from recruiting than they do trading, which makes a lot of sense. Were you saying like I ain't gonna say, but like a pyramid, because the people who are behind the scenes, they're getting paid off of those monthly dues that people are paying, and that's why they put a lot of pressure on you to recruit. I'm not getting anything where I gotta go talk to 3 people. Look, man, I'm coming here to make money.
Oh, that was Cortez. Cortez in there too. I think that's they both here. Jimmy and Cortez. Yep, and that's, you just said it. That's what it is. And when, you know, when we made the group, well, I made my group, I wasn't trying to beat somebody over the head with $500 and join. It's free information. All right, it's just free information. You want to teach people about the space. And when you try to bring people in, you beat them over the head with $500. Nobody's gonna pay attention to you. But, you know, we want to teach people, our people, how to do it. I can lead you to water. I can teach you how to drink it.
That's a fact.
Right.
So hold on 1 second, King. Lady KC, did you have a question?
I did have a question. So, saying for instance that I just wanted to jumpstart doing something as early as next week, if I didn't have anything, just saying that I'm just anybody that's like, hey, I have a few dollars that I want to just jump into something. What is something that you would suggest for them to start with?
Is the question for me or Ebo?
Both of you.
Ebo, you want to go first? All right. Well, with crypto, I always tell people, well, I'm a digital asset investor. I'm not a financial advisor. First and foremost, this is not financial advice, but one thing I will say is, you know, invest what you can afford to lose. This is not like money that you need next week. This is not like, you know, you took out a loan and you can't pay it back and you don't know what you're doing. Like, get your feet wet. You know, you could put in, you know, $25 or whatever you could. We also have groups. Our group, Urban Digital Asset, is a free group, and we also have our Beyond Bitcoin webinars. We encourage people to get on and teach. We're teaching beginners about how to navigate through this space. So we have Beyond Bitcoin, and we also have the Urban Digital Asset platform, and we have our admins, you know, Ray Ruski, Shad, Jeff, Antoine Singleton. So we have like admins in our group that can help guide people. So, you know, there's really no other platforms, so to speak, that has cryptocurrency and a group of people in a community like this. So that's another option as well.
Just joining the group, just being part of a group really kind of helps lead and guide you into trying to invest.
Yep, because, you know, I joined you know, Black People Trade too, because I want to know a little more about options in stock markets. Right, I joined the support group because I needed, you know, help as well. I get education for like blockchain technology. Like right now, I'm about to pay $10,000 for a course because now institutions are teaching people about it now. Right, and I got a little bit mad because, like, man, they're teaching people about something I already, you know, been trying to teach people. All right, so, you know, I put money, I invest in myself. All right, you got to be willing to invest in yourself, and then, you know, you can see the rewards later, and that's what's been happening.
Thank you.
All right. All right, I'll jump in here next. Can you all hear me okay?
Yeah, you good.
All right. So Shane, he definitely touched on something that I was gonna say as well. Like, people think that because they invest their money, they're supposed to flip it in 2 hours, and if they're supposed to take 500 to 1,000. Can it happen? Absolutely. But does it normally happen like that? No. Um, and I'm gonna say something similar. You know, you kind of gotta understand that this is money that you want to put away for later on, right? You don't want to think about it. And if you think about it, you're gonna check it every second, and it's gonna drive you crazy. So you have to find what you want to invest in. And I can't, people ask me that all day. They get in the group, well, I got $100. What should I invest in? We throw free plays in there. And like I tell people as well, I'm not a financial advisor. I just do my research, right? And I'm going to find things that I like to do. And just speaking on, I know you said Robinhood. If it's something that you're just starting out with, Cash App, they have fractional shares. And let me speak on that right quick. So a fractional share is, let's say, I want to invest $10 in McDonald's, right? I don't want to invest in the whole stock. Let's say the whole stock is, I don't know, $40, right? But I just want to put 10 on it. So a fractional share allows you to own partial of that
$40 share.
Yeah. So you got to find what you're interested in first. And I always tell people to kind of check out the 52-week spread and see where we're currently at on the scale. Like, is it a bear market? Is it a bull market? And whatever it may be, I always tell people, because the market is red, that doesn't mean panic and sell. Never ever sell because the market is down. That means, to me, buy more. You know what I mean? So it's all about the type of investor that you're going, or you're trying to be as well. I more so am a long-term investor. I'm going to invest my funds in stocks, and I'm going to